Guys, RJ Hillman again. Right now we're going to talk about anchor line management. This is a setup that I stole from a buddy of mine, Mr. John Stockman. If you follow the kayak tournament world, you probably heard his name, John Stockman. He's a really good fisherman, really great guy. And I saw him have this set up one day fishing on Lake Arlington here in Texas, and it's pretty brilliant. What he has here, let me sit down. What he has is a trot line winder from Walmart. This was like $4 or $5, super cheap. And he had up here, he had a line. I think he had a bungee. I just have some 550 cord and a cobra knot with a piece of pool noodle on it for flotation, and a carabiner. And that's secured to one end, another carabiner on this side, 550 cord, and an anchor. You can have some chain right here. That's not a bad idea. It helps the anchor lay down in the right position to bite on the bottom, but I haven't seen much need for it, so I don't have any right now. But what you do, you keep this wrapped up, hook this to your O-ring on your anchor trolley, wherever your connection point is. And this is it's a safety thing. You know, if you ever get in high waves, you hook into a big fish, you can unclip this, drift. This is going to float up, and you'll be able to recover your anchor later on, and you won't be in a dangerous situation. If you're anchored to the bottom, you can't get it loose, taking on water, nobody likes to be there. But you hook this to your O-ring on your anchor trolley, adjust it to where you want it. You unclip your line. This is going to be kind of hard to do with one hand. Unclip your line here, and then you pretty much pull out as much line as you want, and you let it fall. Once it gets to your desired length, I know the good ratio is about 3 to 1. If you're fishing in 10 foot of water, you want about 30 foot of anchor line out. You clip it back on your carabiner. Again, let me see if I can do this. There we go. And this is connected over to your O-ring on your anchor trolley, and that's bit on the bottom, and there you go. That's pretty much it. Once you're done, you can pull up your anchor, toss it in the front of your kayak, wind up your line after you undo it from the carabiner, hook it back to the carabiner, throw it in the boat, you're good to go. I mean, it's simple, it's cheap, it works fantastic. You can normally find those carabiners for a dime a dozen, and it's very effective. One tip, and a lot of you guys already know this, but some people do not, on your anchor itself, the main connection point's on the bottom. If you use this type of anchor, up here, use a zip tie, notch it out a little bit with a knife in case you get in a bad situation, it gets hung up, you can break it easily, and it breaks off. And then this is the only connection point up here, so it collapses the anchor, and it makes it much easier to pull it out of a hang up, so you don't lose your anchor. Really convenient, it works. Again, you can do the same thing with chain. Most people use chain, some kind of weighted material for the first couple feet. I recommend that, but I do not have it. So that's it, guys. Wanted to show you my anchor setup. Guess like the video, subscribe, feel free to share it, feel free to ask me any questions, and I'll answer them when I get to them. Thanks, guys. See you on the water.